sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, some breaking news coming in. Jay-Z is named hip-hop's first billionaire. Over Dr. Dre. I guess he officially didn't get there according to Forbes. I linked the article in the description. Over Puff. I mean, so many wealthy men were, within the hip-hop game, man. And, Jay-Z coming from Marcy housing projects, drug dealer out of Brooklyn, little brother to Biggie, and, not getting shine between the Biggie, Pac, and Illmatic little stretch in the 90s to first hip-hop billionaire. So they can't erase that. They can't take that away from Jay-Z. But we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. Like I said, I put that article link in the description under article link. Appreciate the love, support. And they tell you how they calculated his stake and title, his real estate, his art collection, his other cash and investments, his, in champagne. His stake in Duce was worth $100 million. So he's made smart investments. I think his music was worth $75 million. So music is a start. So imagine if Jay-Z was acting as well too. You have a little petty side money. But for him, it's just the ultimate hustle, man. I remember him coming up through the 90s when he had the Hawaiian shirts with Jazzo, and he had the gold, and it had the little thing that said "Rich is loud, wealthy is quiet." Listen to his raps, saying that he didn't need to put the big rims on the car no more. And one thing that stuck out to me about Jay-Z was this, man. This is the point that I think a lot of young people need to listen. This is what I preach to my daughter and other young people that listen. They don't listen, go out their ear. Is that the people that you start with is not necessarily people you're going to end with. All right? He shook off Dave. He shook off the Rock Nation, Rockefeller, Benny, Kanye. He shook all those off. He knew those dudes were stopping him from growing to be what he could be. And just because you think somebody got your best interest, you got to be able to have the clarity to see that they might be holding you back. They might be stopping you. And it might be good for them, for you to release them. Right? It might be good for them for you to release them. So they can look at and reevaluate what their situation get together. You can't have a whole bunch of children, grown men, that you taking care of. Because then how do you become a billionaire? You only can show them, hey, do this, do that, and they don't listen, and they hold you back. You got to cut them off. And I think that's the amazing thing about it, as well. His story was that how many niggas he shook off on the way up, knowing that if I keep them on here, I can't be a billionaire. That's real shit. Growth. He shed friends off. He shook friends off. And people say, damn, Jay-Z a hoe for doing that today. Or Jay-Z a hoe for, being in the courtroom with Benny Siegel. And the judge said, we'll release Benny Siegel long as he is your custody. No, he a grown man, responsible for himself. He can stay in there. A lot of people say, damn, that's hoe shit. But really, it's real shit. Because he couldn't reach who he wanted to be, taking care of other dudes. And in his investments he made and how he beat the music game. Prince, they did a thing on CNN, maybe Don Lemon, whatever his name is, he did it with him. And Prince trusted Jay-Z with all his unreleased music. Because if you didn't know the story, Prince never, I know Tom Jones used to beg him on his cruise every year to perform his old songs. But he said, I never performed those old songs because the record label owned them. They finessed Prince. They owned all his shit. So Prince had a lot of unstashed music in his mansion, in his record studio. And they pretty much, he left it to Jay-Z before they got their hands on it. And Jay-Z is now releasing it on Tidal. So he looked at Jay-Z as the guy who actually beat the music system. There was a lot of great ones. Ray Charles owned all his shit. Sam Cooke, James Brown. They had a PJ back in the 70s and 80s. Sam Cooke and James Brown were the first black people to own distribution in music until they killed Sam Cooke, and then James Brown got scared and dropped out the deal. The music business is a dirty game. It ain't designed for black entertainers to be wealthy for the rest of their life. You be rich, even if you're rich, you may not be rich like TLC or whatever it is. You be rich for a short period of time, and it's designed for you to be broke and tour the rest of your life and be slaves to your trade and a record label to own your name and own your music. But hey, I linked the article in the description. Salute to Jay. Big ups, man. He's adding to his GOAT resume, I would guess. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, thehelblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Box to get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, much more. Website, promo code description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. All those links in the description. You want to make a donation, the links in the description as well. Check out our Patreon. Share the videos. Best way to help out. One time for the one time we go.